I'm hoping this has possibly worked, although based on what I'm saying in front of me, I don't think it has. Or maybe it has? Let me know, guys. It's good. Oh my word. I was freaking out there. I've been on some major tilt since this Windows update. I spent like 3 or 4 hours frantically Googling stuff that I don't even understand. But anyway. Dramscat, very good point. How could you bet against either of these guys? Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up now on a couple of things. Alright folks, I hope you're all looking forward to this. We have the two best, at least the two best 11 exit times racing against each other in this match. Sorry, just let me take a drink quickly. But yes, everybody, welcome to this best of 3 between Louis and Seathorne. Louis has a 10:39, which is world record for this category, and Seathorne with a very low 10:40. So in the last round, Louis knocked me out. Didn't take too much effort for him to do that. It was a pretty convincing victory, and in Seathorne's last round, took out Volpe. Possibly a bit more challenging. So both have done really well to get this far, but somewhat expected, to say the least. Yeah, both got that disco, which is pretty cool. Runs confirmed. So it's going to be interesting to see what sort of strats they're going to be using against each other. I'm thinking we're going to see shell jump attempts from both of them. It's not too major, although we've actually seen better players like Bob and a few others just pass up and shell jump completely, just not attempting it whatsoever. But I think we'll probably see it from both these guys. Louis landed 1 shell jump against me in our race. Yeah, Aaron, that's what I'm interested to see. Are we going to see these guys go all out? And in Seathorne's race against Volpe, he did sort of hold back a couple of times, which makes sense. Volpe is... I haven't even commented on the race yet. Okay, we're going to be going... Will we be going for shell jump? Okay, Louis doesn't get shell jump. That's unfortunate. But he does go for it. Seriously? I am so like, I'm just... Okay, so as to be expected at this point, both keeping it exceptionally close. Very little to say about either World 1. Both getting pretty much exactly the same outcomes. So this is going to be one of these races, and at least At least 2 of these races, I reckon, are going to be right down to the wire. Every half second is going to matter. So this upcoming flight speed is going to be very important. Okay, well, as we determined last night, I'm really, really bad at telling what flight speed others have based on their gameplay, but I think Louis' good. I think Seathorne's good as well. We'll just see with those in-game timers there. Okay, so Louis did gain slightly over Seathorne there. Nothing too much. It was a low 362 compared to a high 61. So DS1 is going to be a pretty big level. They're going to be hoping to keep the shell right to the end. They're going to be aiming around the 257 or 258 mark. If they get 258, it's went pretty damn well. Ooh, and oh wow, okay. Well, that actually happened to Louis a couple of times in practice. Seathorne pretty much doing exactly the same thing. I have to say, Louis is looking a lot more comfortable in this run than he did in his first run against me. Like, he seemed pretty shaky, as was I, obviously. But he's been looking really strong, just exactly what we'd be expecting to see from Louis. Seathorne as well has just been doing really well. But yeah, it was unfortunate for them both to lose the shell on that last fish. Pretty much textbook secret house from both of them. So both keeping it insanely close at this point. I think Louis might be ahead, maybe by around half a second. There's barely anything in this. Okay, this upcoming level, another very important one. I reckon we're probably going to see something pretty nice from both of them. Both seem to be flowing pretty well right now. Well, Louis got a 291. That was really nice. Again, both of them are looking pretty good right now. Seathorne just missing that second zip just by the tiniest amount, but gets it on the backup, which is nice. I know, Cat, it is pretty scary. Wait, really? Is the commentary? Oh my word, I cannot be dealing with me being told just how terrible this is. I feel really bad for these guys. These guys deserve a really good race, but unfortunately, technical difficulties have been a bit rubbish. Or did I? I don't know. I'm gonna let these guys' races speak for themselves because I don't think I'm actually adding anything. I'm just sort of taking away from it. So enjoy the race, everybody. can confirm that that's a very, very nice run from Louis. Getting a 10:47 RTA. And it looks like Seathorne isn't too far behind. Had a bit of a rough front door. I mean, both of them had a rough front door. But unfortunately, the Bowser fight not going just as planned. So it gets a 10:57. So only 10 seconds in it after all that happened, which is actually quite impressive. Congrats to Seathorne on 1-0. And I'm sure there's a pretty good chance of seeing a tiebreaker between these two. Okay, so it seems that Seathorne is going straight to the practice card. Yeah, so that 10:47, that's real time, and the world record, Louis actually holds it with a 10:39. So yeah, it was, well, in terms of seconds, it was very close. But as you can imagine, the difficulty curve increases exponentially whenever you're closing in on those last few point seconds or whatever. But it still was an insanely good run, nonetheless. I think he got like a 10:42 against me. His first race was like, he had a 10:52 versus my 10:57. Yeah, we both just seemed really nervous in those two races. Like, I can't speak on behalf of Louis, but if he wasn't nervous, he just made a lot of mistakes, which, you know, doesn't really add up. So I think it might have been nerves. It seemed to be a lot more comfortable this time around. A lot of you may also remember that the grand finals of our last tournament was between Louis and Seathorne, so this is kind of a nice rematch of sorts. Seathorne beat Louis in the winners finals, and then then Louis came back from second chance bracket and beat Seathorne twice in a row in the grand finals, which is a pretty crazy feat. But yeah, we are sort of closing in on that point of the tournament. Pretty soon we're actually going to have our semi-finals all worked out. So it's... Actually, I think the semi-finals have best of 5, yeah. I hope that I'll be able to get to play a match with best of 5, but it's probably unlikely. That would be pretty interesting, TNT. But an even bigger story of who blows the 2-0 lead, who overturns that 2-0 deficit. And that was, well, that'll probably be my favourite part of the tournament for myself. Losing my very, very first race against Calco and somehow then winning 2 in a row. I pretty much felt like I was going to get knocked out in my very first race at that point. Swag money? Somebody going for swag money? Louis has requested just 1 minute to get ready. So we're going to be getting underway pretty soon here. Seathorne's trying. Trying. That might be it. I'm not sure. I think it's frame perfect. But it's going to be pretty close anyway. I think 45 minutes is optimistic, even if it is somehow 3-0. Yes, folks, we are underway. We're getting started with race 2 of this best of 3 match. Louis only needs 1 more to be the winner, but Seathorne has a bit more of a challenge. Has to win 2 in a row to take down this match, but it wouldn't be uncharacteristic of Seathorne to pull that off. So last time, both looked very comfortable until they hit that front door, then things started to happen. Both lost their shell at the end of DS1, which, I mean, it happens to absolutely the best of players consistently. DS1's a very difficult level. And Seathorne just had a bit of trouble with that second zip. Oh, they both got it? I didn't even decide to check Louis, so I wasn't sure that he was going for it. I know, Kat. It's such a shame. It's possibly about the only thing I miss over this category than other 11 exit categories. Okay, so last time shell jumps were attempted, but not quite landed. Oh, Oh, oh right, the cloud fight. Well, it's pretty good as well. And unfortunately, both missing again. So it is good to see that they're trying it. Shell jumps are pretty awesome. Both looking good so far in room one. You missed double swag money and 2 missed shell jumps. Okay, so that's a nice comparison. Louis going for the butt slide method kill of Iggy, and Seathorne just taking a more natural approach to it. Both are pretty much the exact same speed, but the butt slide method can be 1 or 2 frames faster if done well. But that looked pretty good from Louis. I don't think you could do much better than that. So both are insanely close at the minute, both getting pretty much the same outcomes in World 1. Okay. That is very unexpected. Oh, okay, well, we're just going to see where this takes us, I guess. I think we're just going to see Seathorne do this capeless, but he really wants to grab a cape somewhere. Okay, of course he's just gonna grab it there. Well, you certainly don't want to be giving Louis any opportunities like this, but wow, Seathorne pretty much relying on Louis making some fairly major mistake. I mean, 10 seconds is quite a buffer. This is definitely a very unfortunate outcome there as well, because if you're going to get hit on DP1, it's probably going to be before you get the cape. So pretty much getting the worst outcome possible in that scenario. Though possibly going to have some time to save against Louis in DS1. Ooh, that ending was a bit strange, but you know, still gets it. So we're seeing that comeback already, potentially. Lovely. That's what I want to be seeing whenever there's such a deficit. Okay. Pray for Seathorne here. This is Big Balls mode. This is Big Balls mode and gets it. Very, very nice. Very good indeed. I'm very impressed. I like it a lot. Who knows, maybe this was all a big ruse so that he can just go for all the insane strats. Absolutely brilliant. And it's all the more insane to think, right? He did all of that and only saved it 1 in-game second. But it's probably going to be more than your typical 0.6 in-game time, or sorry, real time. Just because of how in-game time works between rooms, I think it makes it seem like less of a time save. Oh, that's unfortunate for Seathorne. Pretty much the exact same thing happening again in Star World 1. And yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about Star World 1. You're pretty much gonna be as good as like your last set of zips almost. The muscle memory just seems to just stick around. I don't know. But in every race, I have messed up zips in the same way each race. So I don't know if there's any truth to that. As we've come to expect, Louis just isn't letting up. He's just continuing on, looking very strong right now. But based on what we saw last time, front door and the Bowser fight could possibly make that difference. Okay, so it seems there's only about 8 seconds in it now. Seathorne did save a bit of time in World 2 over Louis. Oh, Seathorne having a bit of trouble at the end of Room 2 there. Well, that dark room from Louis. Wow, okay. Well, beautiful dark room for Louis, other than missing the big red door. That was a very nice Bowser's Castle from Louis. And getting that time as well, with getting an 89 in Room 2, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's such a big door, yet it's so easy to miss in such a difficult way. I don't know. I hate that door so much. It's like, how can you miss it? It's only like 60 frames or something. To be fair, Silver, that's normally how I end up missing it. I try to get it really, really early, and then it just goes wrong. But yeah, this fight so far has been looking pretty good. I mean, can't really say I would expect much different from Louis or Seathorne. But obviously those mistakes can happen. I mean, it happened to Seathorne last race. But Louis is pretty close here to securing a 2-0 victory over Seathorne. Only 2 hits in it, and these hits are probably... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I believe this is on better pace than last time. Well, that's consistency. That is consistency. Very nice. Well done to Louis on the 2-0 victory. I'd rather it was you. But that was very impressive. So I'm just thinking, like, this puts Seathorne in like LR7. It puts him really, really far in the second chance bracket. Obviously, both getting this far in the winners bracket would make that the case, but we have another semi-finalist, Louis, and we also have Aaron. Now, they're both in separate matches, but the other 2 semi-finalists, I believe, will be between Retro Bob and X Paco and Silver Star and TNT. So it's going to be Silver Star RTNT that plays Louis in the semi-finals. Good luck to everybody involved in that. Yeah, that Donut Secret House was awesome. Louis is pretty damn good. I had a pretty tough challenge ahead of me last time with Louis, but you know, it was just such an honor to race him. I didn't get the chance in any of the previous tournaments, but yeah, I've just been very impressed. I don't know what else I can really say. Yeah, so I was just reading what Seathorne was saying in the SRL chat window, and it's interesting to hear what he was thinking behind the scenes. I'm not sure if he wants to join live or not. I don't really mind. It's just Louis will be passing up on that, sort of just as is normal. But he had been suggesting that he maybe should have considered doing Donut Secret House in Race 1. That would have been pretty insane. Like, really, to be going for strats like that in a race is just insanity, unless, you know, you already have a deficit or you're trying to make a comeback. But yeah, let me have a look at the calendar. I believe we have a bunch more matches coming up tonight, including, I know that, yeah, I just wanted to double check this before I announce them. Okay, so this will be in about 2 hours. At 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have Restreamer versus Volpe. I have particular interest in that match because the winner of me versus Sten will be playing with the winner of that. So it would be a pleasure to face either of them, but I've got to get through Sten first. Okay, so that match is going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern. Also at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have another quarters final match. It's TNT versus Silver Star, and then after that we have Dabs versus Yoshi, which in a way I'm actually really looking forward to that match even more. Both those guys are insanely good. That's going to be an absolute blood battle. But yeah, that TNT versus Silver Star, that very easily could go either way. And Restreamer versus Volpe, you've got years of experience versus years of experience. So that's going to be a good one as well. Oh, I was trying to work out what you were saying there, Fitz. Yeah, I totally agree. I reckon all of these runs could very easily be sub 11. And then if you're looking at Seathorne's time as well for this race, he got a 10:55. Remember, 10:55 for most people, and I'm talking about even good players. That's not a bad race time. And look what happened to him in DP1. Like, he lost almost like close to 10 seconds there. So it's pretty interesting. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. We will be back in just about 2 hours. And as you can see, we have a bunch of really good matches as well. So thanks, Fitz, for the restream. And yeah, thanks you guys for hanging out. We will see you all next time.